For today's video, I got some really exciting news slash Q&A of your guys' questions. So I'm going to start with the exciting news. So I have been gone all day today. I had an appointment with my spine doctor. I have one in a year, and then I'll have one a year later, and then I'll be done. So we were on our way. Something that I have always wanted to do. Well, not always, but since... Okay, you hurry up. Then we'll get to... By the way, I have not looked at the questions yet, so I have no clue what's in here. I took like a slight peek at them, but other than that, that's all I really know for right now. So that can be interesting. I think...
I'll do the rest later.
Okay. Close the door. Yeah, basically, so here's the story. So a few years ago, I want to say almost more than a year. I want to say, yeah, it was not too long after my 13th birthday. Me, my sister's husband, and Bella's sister, we went to the movies, and actually, only, my sister, one of her sons, came, and we went to the movies, and we were watching some sort of, I think it was like Avengers or something, I forget. Because we went to the movies a lot, okay, so it's hard to keep track. Well, I was thinking, and like, I never really been into like the ear piercing thing, for me anyway. Well then, basically, I was thinking about it and something hit me and I went like, I really want to get my ear pierced so I can wear JoJo earrings. So I went home and the next day I actually asked. Well no, that day I went like, I'm going to ask my mom and dad about it. And my sister went like, oh, you can't with your disease, like everyone was like trying to talk me out of it because I do have von Willebrand. Yes, I do have a very slight case. I do not bleed usually. Well, I do bleed easy, but oftentimes I'm pretty good with not bleeding. And so, basically everyone was talking me out of it. Well, the next day, I woke up and I asked my mom, I went like, hey, I really want to get my ear pierced so I can wear JoJo earrings. And my mom immediately shot that down. Like 1000%. She went like, no, you're diseased, you can't get any piercings or like all this stuff. And I'm like, I just kind of went like, okay. I can't really convince her. I just kind of gave up. I didn't really mention it again to her. The next day I did talk about it in the car with my dad. Because, no, he actually brought it up. And he basically went like, yeah, I see no harm in you getting your ear pierced if you go somewhere that does it. Somewhere that does it and... somewhere, as long as we go as safe as we can with it. So, any time there's something that we can do that's safer, or to help make it, super safe, we, go with that, And then, but we didn't really try to convince my mom, we just kind of gave up on it. I never really brought it up again because actually not true. And 6 months later, I brought it up again, and my mom shot it down again at immediately enough. Well, basically, so last year, for my birthday, I woke up, and I got my birthday gift. It was actually this phone, and the phone case actually... I didn't get to open on my birthday. I didn't get to open it until we got home because it literally came in the mail that day. but my parents did tell me that I was getting, told me that I was getting it, you know? You kind of know where this is going, but basically then, and I got to choose where we went to go do something. Well, this year, because of COVID, a lot of places aren't open, and I really don't know what I want to do. Well, basically then, actually, only I did talk about it on camera, like, that one day, whether my mom liked it or not, when I got old enough to where she didn't get a say, I was gonna go get my ear pierced, because she had no say. I don't care if she was mad about it. No, I don't have to do that anymore. I'm getting my ears pierced. So you're probably like, how did you convince your mom? Because my mom is very strict. She's a very hard to deal with mom sometimes. I love her to death, but there are times when she can be a little difficult. But I love her to death, and I would never want to change her for anyone else because she's literally fabulous. And she really does push me for the best. Well, then, basically, we were in the car on our way. We had a 3-hour drive to get there, and then a 3-hour drive back. So basically, we were in the car driving, and I was talking about like JoJo and like JoJo merch, and then I was like, oh, it's sad that I can't wear JoJo earrings because they don't make JoJo clip-on ones, and there's no way that mom would let me get my ear pierced. And my dad went like, what if we tried to talk her into it? And went like, I see no harm in it. Like, he went, so then, yeah, he basically said that it's fine with him. And then, basically then, and I texted my mom. So I'm gonna read you the text because it's a very interesting text. So, okay, here we go. Okay. So I texted Mom, I decided what I want for my birthday. Dad said I could get my ears pierced if he would let me. Please let me. I never wanted anything else more or except for a few times. Yeah. Basically, the part about I want it for my birthday is because of the fact that for the past week, my mom had been wanting to know what I want for my birthday. And she already knew about the camera thing, and she said that's fine, but she obviously wants to get me more than just one item for my birthday. So I threw that part in. Also, I did buy her something to hopefully convince her and get on her good side. So even if she shot me down, at least she wasn't too mad at me after that. It's a basketball gumball machine. So it's like a little miniature gumball machine, but it's like a basketball because my family doesn't really watch sports. We're not a sports family, but my mom does kind of enjoy Tar Heel basketball. Now, don't unsubscribe because that is my mom. That is not me. Don't unsubscribe because if you like a different team that goes up against it or what, that is my mom and my dad, kind of. We are welcome to all people that are good, we're cool with. Well, basically then, my mom didn't reply, and my dad went like, well, she doesn't know how to text and stuff, and I went like, that is true, I'll call her, because my mom does not know how to text, partly because before she had a flip phone, she literally had always had a flip phone until very recently we got her a Samsung phone, and my dad got one because basically my niece used to work at AT&T, So, like, we got, like, all of this stuff because of it, and, like, sorry. And, like, it was a thing, but then things happened. She no longer works there. She now works at a Walmart. Or she works nights. And that's fine, but when that happened, it just made more sense for us to switch and, like, all this stuff. I'm glad that's saying, Well, basically then, so I call her, and I put her on speakerphone, and I'm like, she's like, okay, hey, hello, like, are you there, like, and I'm like, I know we're like, I tell her where we were, and she was like, okay, and I went like, how's baby Sam, my dog Sam, and she was like, he's good. I went like, Mom, you're gonna say no to something, and I really don't want you to say no, like, I'm, why am I even asking you? I already know it's gonna be a no. And she's like, what? And my dad's like, I at least give her a chance to shoot you down versus don't just assume it. And I'm like, I was talking about it with my dad, and he said that it would be okay, he thinks, if I got my ears pierced. And she went like, she just kind of went, and I'm like, please, I really want this. And she went like, I will talk about it when you get home. And at that point I went like, yeah, she didn't 100% shoot me down. And then I literally said that. And she went like, I don't ever purposely try to shoot you down. I'm not trying to be rude, like. And I'm like, I'm just saying that it's not a 100% no, yeah. And she was like, okay. So, like, we hung up, we moved on with the day, and then we, like, called her again, like, letting her know that we were coming home, like, there was no talk about it. We got home, and then I was helping my sister, because basically my sister was staying here with her first grandson, just for today, just to be with Mom, and my sister was getting ready to take her first grandson, who is 1 year old, back to, like, his house, and to, like, his mom and stuff, because she was watching him for the week. And basically then, and so I was staying at the car, like, with him, because my sister had to get his, like, bed, because he had, like, a crib thing with him that they had set up in the classroom. That way he could, like, take a nap while he was here, because they were going to be here all day, and he needs a nap. And so we were, like, looking at, like, his book that he had, and then she comes out and puts, like, the crib in the trunk, and, like, so I heard something about getting your ear pierced, and I'm like, she went like, well, you get that Mom's just worried about you, and I'm like, I know that, like, and she went, I guess it could work, and I'm like, okay, where was this person in, like, 2 years ago, or, well, no, not, a little bit over a year ago, almost 2 years ago, when I was trying to convince her the first time. Like, I was a little bit like, all of a sudden now you're, like, all for it, but I don't know if she was all for it because of the fact that she had no say, or if it was that she was generally, like, okay with it, So, then we basically, I was just kind of, like, eager running up to just bring it up, and then all of a sudden, and after, like, 30 minutes, and my mom, my dad was bringing my mom back to her chair from using the bathroom, and then all of a sudden I heard my mom ask my dad, like, what do you think about her getting her ear pierced? And my dad went I see no harm in it, consider that every time she gets her blood drawn, she like doesn't bleed. Literally, that is true. I never bleed more than like a dot. Like, I generally think the only time that I ever really bleed is if I like get a boo-boo, like a bug bite or something, and I scratch it to death or something like that. Or like peeled skin or something. Like, I usually just don't bleed with like shots, getting my blood drawn, IVs, none of that. And that when I was little, I would bleed, but not anymore. And so then she went like, well, and then my dad kind of left and she went like, well, this is part of your birthday present. And I'm like, so is that a yes? And she's like, I guess it's okay. And then I come running back here. I fall onto the bed, like, yes, like, so excited. And it's the first time that I actually been 100% excited since I lost my crush. So the music video will not be done on October 24th. It will be done later because personally this works out because I don't think October 24th is going to be enough time to work out how much we still have to work out for the music video. But don't worry, it's coming real soon. That day I'll try to film it on my phone maybe, but I don't know if I'll be able to based off of copyright and different things. So now it is time to answer your guys' questions. So I'm going to go into Instagram, and I posted a poll yesterday and I tagged a bunch of people in it, So the poll says, ask me questions about my crush and what do you want to know. Now here's the thing. 2 people did this, but I also requested that everyone puts 2 things. So the first person said TAMO underscore TAMO underscore 2 underscore 66 ... says, you are beautiful. Thank you. Then the same person says, and 4 hearts, okay? They also did 1 more. Well, no, 2 more. Or, I live for you. Okay. Love me. Okay, we're gonna get to that in a minute. And then PCS girls ask, what do they look like? Or I think they meant what does he look like? Because I'm gonna assume. So, sorry, T underscore TAMO underscore 2 underscore 66 ... The truth is, I have a crush on someone, and right now, I love you as a fan, okay? I'm very nice with all of my fans, but if you are asking if you want to date, then the answer to that is no. Do not get down about it. The truth is, rats, I hate doing this because I've done this so many times and I should be like a pro at it, but like, it's hard to let down a fan. The truth is, I've known my crush for 7 years now. And the truth is that although I love my fans and my fans will always be important to me, they're always going to be a part of my life. Whether they're happy, sad, like whatever, they will be important to me. And the truth is, I just really know that me and my crush are meant to be something. And here's the thing, I don't date anyone that I don't know, first up, and second off, I don't really date anyone that's not my crush. Because, I'm sorry, you're all probably wondering why I didn't post yesterday. The truth is, I just couldn't. I needed a day. I needed one day because I missed my crush. And for once, I never want to well, no, not for once, but I never want to let down a fan. And it's just a lot to me. And please don't get your heart broken from this. Just know that and the future doesn't tell you will always be important, but we just can't date, if that makes sense. And again, I don't want to let you down because like this is hard, but I'm just gonna end off with saying, and it's great that you're a fan. You can be a super fan. I'll reply to you, but and thank you for living for me, but like you just can't date. And then we're gonna answer PC Girl's question. Cause that I feel like I answered once before, but I feel like I should answer it again because it's been a while and like they want to know kind of what my crush looks like. And the truth is okay. I'm gonna start with height because I don't think last time I covered that. The truth is I don't know exactly how tall he is. I know that I am 4'9.5", which is almost 4'10", which is actually taller than what they thought I was gonna get because I'm short. But basically, my crush, I know he's taller than me, but I think he's average. He's really nice and amazing, and he definitely he definitely has soft hands. And now I say that, and you're all wanting a story. So the story from that is basically that almost every time after music class, he would always try to hold my hand when we would like start walking like close together out to the waiting room to be returned to our family. And like I would always let him, and he has really soft hands. Um, he's definitely kind of muscle-like. He's not like full-on muscle, but like that halfway mark. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think of some detail. I want to say like brownish blonde hair. Like it's not blonde, but it's a very 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 light brown, to where it almost looks blonde. Um, there's not much I can really say because it's hard for me to like fully point out things because of the fact that I don't have a photo, unfortunately, and second off, and like I don't want to give like too many like massive details because then I don't want like people coming up to him in public and being like, "Oh, you're Lolly's crush" or something. And I kind of just want like because I don't know if he wants to be a part of my social media life because I started social media over a year ago. It's like a year and a couple, like 2 months, and which is after I last saw my crush. Yeah, definitely. I would say eye color, but I don't really know that because I can't tell anyone's eye color. That is one habit that I have, which is that I do not look at people's eye color. I'm gonna say, like, that's basically all I have to say. Let me actually check something. Because, wait, actually I have, oh no, I'm not gonna, we're gonna reply to the person. Actually, I'm not going to because I'm just going to tell them to watch the video. And it comes out. Okay. Okay. So I replied to them. I said, and thanks, but we can never be anything more than a super fan. And then we're all checking out the feed. I'm checking something. Okay. Um, I'm gonna check it the other way. Okay. Just to speed up. By the way, I had Wendy's for lunch and it was fabulous. Also, I'm gonna post the photos that I have from today because I have this photo. Wait. And that is what I got Mom. I got her that, and then I have this one, which is just and I'm going to caption it. So, I'm going to say that can be it for this video. Sorry, this video is shorter than my normal video. It's just, I have been gone all day. Literally, we left around 9, and it is now, almost 6:30, and we have been back since 5:30. So we've been gone all day, and I'm just really like, eh. Like, also, like, it was just a me. And, yeah, like, I miss my dog Sam and stuff, but luckily, he's right under the chair. I got a lot of YouTube notifications, and I need to go surprise Bella with the fact that I'm getting my ear pierced because me and her have talked about it so many times.